Breaking news with Paul Toole.
Hello and a very warm welcome. The Cal League, the first Crip softball league in Los Angeles, presents its coffee table book of 500 Black Unity pictures by author L.A. Nutt. The Cal League uplifting families, communities and ending the sickness of gang violence that has plagued black communities for over 50 years. The Cal League players, former Crips on 11 teams, backed by their communities, create a safer environment for all LA communities. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.
What makes you righteous? You see, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I won't fornicate and I won't commit adultery. I don't smoke dope. And I say all my prayers every day. And I give whatever I can in charity. And what else do you do? Well, what do you mean, what else? Is there something else? That's nothing. That's vanity. So you don't smoke, so what? So you don't drink. You don't use drugs. So what? What are you doing to better the condition of others? What are you doing to reform where you live? And if you do nothing to reform society with the knowledge you have received, then you are guilty of concealing knowledge. And that is a cardinal sin.
That is a cardinal sin. You feel me? That is a cardinal sin of concealing knowledge. You concealing knowledge? You're not trying to add nobody else on? Are you serious? You concealing knowledge? Come on, man. Welcome to the Dr. Crip Show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip, man. We here again. Please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, let everybody know we back with the same BS. Yeah, the same BS that you was knocking your homies off and setting up your homie, your home girl, turning little kids out to join gangs. The same BS. We own it again to try to end it. You feel me? What? I mean, I'm just saying. 12, 13, 14, 15. I remember it was this little, we used to have this little kid. I swear this dude was in elementary school. And he was so advanced at 10, 11, or 12 that he was moving. You know what an old soul is, right? So imagine an old soul in a kid that's a gang member. Imagine an old soul in a kid that's a gang member, a full-fledged one. This dude is moving like that. He like that kid on that movie with Nas when he sit down on the bench, and you know he was like, "Man, it's getting deep, man. You're a wise kid." You feel me? I like the way you move. This the way this little dude was in real life. And Jesse Owens Park, braids. He came up to the park with a tech already, like, I'm ready to go put in work and all this and that. And, I'm like, man, what is going on? Like, why are you not in school? His people came to pick him up. I'm not going to say it was his mother because I can't really remember. But she came to pick him up, and they were talking to him as if he was an adult. And I believe he was selling dope already. I think he knew how to sell drugs and all that. And you imagine that if your kid is hanging with him at 12 and this kid has adapted to knowing a lot of the negative. He may not know nothing about the positive, smart part, because that's the mental disorder. We had to tell him, look, man, just don't pull up right here showing everybody you got a tech. Homie, I don't care if they is from 9-0. Don't do that. Pull somebody to the side, man. And just kick back, man. And then, when you see people that is cool, then maybe you could tell them. But just don't walk up in the park and be like, oh, I just broke it. And he broke in the house and took it. Everything was so crazy that it just left me like, wow, what can I tell this 12-year-old kid not to gangbang? He already is home. His GAMD is fully blown. I cannot do nothing. He got an official name and all that. The problem was that he didn't have to fight to get on because there was nobody his size. He was only 12. So, but his 12ness came with, I lock with whoever. Like, he don't care. And he was so cool, like, yeah, homie, woo. He talked, and he was talking to me because guess what? He came to my spot before that I wasn't even there when they came to my spot. And he was like, man, I've been in your spot, big homie. And I was like, what? And the homies had to tell me who he was. Like, I was like, wow, are y'all serious? Like, man, homie, the little homie extra hour. I couldn't believe that day. And that was the only day I seen him. I've never seen him any other time after that. That was the first and only time that I seen that guy. And he was a tiny. And that was that might have been like in 2010 or something like that. Feels like 2010, 09 and stuff like that. That's how it feels. Because it wasn't around the time of I was already doing Unity 1. I had did it and was in and out of that. But I just remember that time, and he came up to the park and I was like, Jesus Christ. This dude is I cannot believe the way this dude is at 12 years old. And he was for real 12 because he told us he was still in elementary school. He was like, yeah, I go to I think he went to Manhattan Elementary. He went to Manhattan Elementary. That's what he was doing. He used to hop over the gate. He was one. So he was the one when we be out there. And I kind of remember times when, we in the park. The school is connected. It's adjacent to the park, the fence. We can see the kids on the campus and all that. When you hear kids running and ooh, that used to be him hopping the gate. And I remember one time, now see stuff be coming back when you start thinking about it real hard, start coming back. I remember him and one other kid one time, so he had to be 12 too. They hopped the gate, walked in the park, tried to hang out with us. And thank God that I'm there. I'm like, man, you can't kick it over here, homie. You got to go. But I was like tripping up that. Or I think I told some homies like, man, don't let him kick it over here, man. Man, don't let him do that, man. Don't, send him on his way. And he went on his way because kids ran up the hill, because at Manhattan, the hill on the playground, you can run up, and you can look into the park, I never knew why they should put something up there. I never got a chance to tell Manhattan that they should put something up there so people can't see in the schools, just to be extra precaution or something like that, Yeah, welcome everybody that's tuned in. I'm Dr. Crip, man. We back again, letting everybody know what it is. We ending the sickness, man. That's what we doing. We believe in no more in 24. No more gang members, no more Bloods and Crips. We already got that word out there. The Crips and Bloods, they ain't putting nobody on. Just let it know that if you say you from a gang at 24, you we're not, your title shouldn't be accepted, Your title shouldn't be accepted. We don't want to do nothing at 24. No more. No more covers a lot. Let me tell you, no more cover a lot. It covers no more prison people coming after 28 years trying to take back over the neighborhood. You ain't learned nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? Kudos, salute to the ones that did 28 and whatever. If you don't know, if you did the 20 years plus, I'll call you 28. My number for you is 28. Because you got the ones that do 28, 27, 29, 30. Prisoners coming home now. You would think former gang members, but no. The ones that want to take still active gang member. You feel me? No, we don't need no more of that. We don't need no more of them. Open up a door for your homies. If you coming home dealing with your homies, you should be a counselor in the park, with jobs, and not just trying to get over because you got access. Because see, a lot of homies, you got a lot of smart dudes out here. So once the 501c3 for gang members start going around, you got bogus gang. Hey man, we're gonna get that. We're gonna put it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this and that, we're gonna flip it. Don't worry about it. My wife say, I got my girl, you feel me? It's all good. And for the ones who don't know what they doing, they get caught up. Guess what? You make it bad for everybody else that either doing it correctly or know how to handle their business correctly. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not involved in the fumble or the football where, like, man, your sister credit score is 6. She got a 580, bro. Your sister credit score is 580. She's running around here in an X7 in her name, I mean, if she put $8,000 down, you feel me? I mean, if the IRS, see, they always tell you, that's why they always catch suckers, because they tell you gonna get caught one you're gonna get caught one day. So if your paperwork, is faulty at some point, guess what? We're gonna catch you, and that's what happening with some of these dudes with they programs, and they mess it up, but if kudos to you, if you got your business correct and you good, and I hope you teaching the people that's under you how to handle their business. Make sure their paperwork is tight and all that other stuff, so it don't fall back on you, because it will be a domino effect. Trust that. So, but, we here again, man, with the same repeat show, man. It's all good. All we doing is saying no more in 24. we don't want to hear it no more. You feel me? No more covers a big area of no more. You know, of course, no more initiations, no more 28s trying to take over the hood. You know, no more letting 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, make them 18 before they get their face all toe up. Know what you, hey man, listen, you got to have the new rule is now you got to have a high school diploma and you got to be 18. If you got those two credentials, then you can join our prestigious hood and you can check out what we offer. This is what we got to offer you. We can promise you that somebody's going to take down your baby mama or your wife. We can promise you that they will set you up to do it so they can take down your baby mama or your wife. They're going to take her down. Believe that. We can offer you county jail time. Whether you did it or not, you're going to take this case for the big homie. Or you're going to take this case for me because I'm on felony parole or whatever. You can look forward to that. You can look forward to, you will be responsible for this gun that you never had before. You never even shot a gun. You don't know. All we giving you is this backpack. Take it home. They don't know about your mama at home or none of that. You will be responsible. And if you lose that gun, you're going to get beat. We're going to beat you to death. In some cases, depending on who it is, in the situation, we will kill you. And it won't be your fault. Trust and believe that. We can offer you death. We can offer you life in prison. We can offer you, you asked about economics. How can you make some money? How old are you again? 13, 14? Okay. You can go snatch purses. You can snatch purses. That would be my first suggestion. Just go snatch purses. Go have sex with all the low self-esteem girls in the neighborhood. Target the big ones. A little that's out of shape or something. But maybe some of the homie girls who don't necessarily know what's up, target them, and, bring them around the homies and let them try to, but, remember, once you bring a female around, she's pretty much up for grabs. So don't bring your feelings into it if she get took by somebody else, So, I mean, but overall, if you make it the first 10 years, then, you can look forward to, writing your own checks. Just, you got to handle your business. If somebody pull your card, don't worry about it. You good. So that, let them know the deal. You know what I'm saying? Let's just know the deal, let them know the deal. Big Face Lokester, what up? What's up, big dog? You got to be in on the lingo, You got to be in on the lingo. If you don't know the lingo, then you get left behind. But yeah, that's just some of the stuff that we, make sure you tell the kids, let them know all that. Let them know that you can die for stuff that don't have nothing to do with you or the gang or whatever. We could take on, now that you from the hood, your beefs or our beefs. I don't know when they started that. And you possibly can get killed, Oh, be aware if you beat somebody up, you can get shot by your own homie. And nothing will happen to that homie. Even if he kill another homie, don't worry about it. Nothing's gonna happen to the guy that did the shooting. Don't. So you just got shot. At least he didn't kill you. He killed somebody else. But he didn't kill you. So and he still will be from the hood. don't, don't, don't worry about it. I mean, it offers many, many, many good gems. Many, many good gems. Oh, here's one. If your parents are workers and they leave in the daytime, we can bring the homegirls over here. You can possibly have sex with a girl or whatever. When the your parents are gone and nobody, you don't. And if you get caught, don't worry about it. Your moms or dad, whoever kicked you out or whatever, don't worry about it. You could just sleep in the car with the rest of them. You good. They got a car in the alley that they sleep in. Every blue moon, you might get a big homie that, give them $40 on a $20-$30 that they got so they can get a room for one night. So you got plenty perks. Don't worry about it. You good. That's if you put it up front with the kids still joining. I don't know if the GAMD is really out of control. Maybe they still will join with all that information. But I'm just saying, a smart kid, but that one that I'm talking about, that was 12, he was what you call the old soul. He was just in a gang banger body. He was in a gang banger state of mind, you know what I'm saying? And it was wow. It was amazing. I've really never seen nothing like that, So you got to be aware of that. Yeah, man, we just chilling, man. We letting the essence of our presence in social media, illuminate to let you know that I am the doctor. I have your cure. This is where you come to get medication for your sickness, because I'm sick. I'm working on my sickness still as well. You feel me? So you need to work on your sickness with me, and I can show you, I can teach you, I can help you, because I got many, many, many years qualified as a doctor. I mean, I'm overqualified, and my healing practice are holistic, it doesn't require any drugs, just your full cooperation. And we can, we definitely can do we definitely can do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you want your child, or if you're dealing with your sickness now, your child is sick, let's get a cure for that. You know what I'm saying? To prevent him thinking that in the future it's going to be all peaches and cream. We can work together on this. It's not a problem. Just let him tune in to a show or two and let's check it out, because a lot of them think about, let him watch the tattoos on the face, thing, that's a show, because what you don't know, in the back of his mind, he wants to get that. Your child, your daughter, they wants to get that little first tattoo, a name, a statement, Gucci or Louis, whatever they put. They got an idea in the back of their mind to put that on their face. So that's the first part of what you're dealing with. The ones that's 15 and 16, they think they can get it done. They living in your house. But I think that you should be opposed to that. Any tattoos, period, after 18 and all that, living in my house, you know what I'm saying? That is clearly, going to come back and possibly haunt you in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So it is important that you talk to your kids, you let them know, let them read this, about GAMD, and the conditions of it and how to beat it and how to work with people to get it. You know, I never talked about DJ on the recent lives. That's DJ right there. You can't see him. Knowledge is key. I like to flex pictures like that. You feel me? You know, I don't got the Lambo and all that though, but I do read a lot. I'm an avid reader. But that's that. Hey, you know what? That's to the from the Hood Postman. I wanted the pictures that I wanted to tell him about when I did his show. This is the that was the I'm gonna go back to that. That was the black fraternity. These the black fraternity brothers. These dudes is the black fraternity brothers right here. They got the they run the baseball. They run the baseball for the black fraternities, all the Kappas and Omegas and you know, I don't know, Zodiac. I've never been to a university. Maybe I should try. You're never too old to go learn, but to join a Omega, a Kappa, or I don't. What's the black ones? You know, what is the black fraternities? But that's pretty much some of them dudes over there, and that guy with his hands folded sitting next to Wiz, and the three dudes to my left. So I don't know what you're looking at, but he got on the white T-shirt over there. That side is where the Kappas, or he got the hat on. This was one of the gems of Wiz's future creations, because these guys had came to him and they had told him, they tracked him down. Not only did they, you know, when they tracked him down, so that's how bad they wanted to play the Crip League. This is how bad they wanted to play the Crip League. And what people don't understand about this is, let me explain this to you. Let me put this book down. Let me explain something to you. This picture symbolizes, let me tell you the importance of this picture. This picture is useful information. This picture is not about how Pyru started, how Compton started, how the West Side started, how the East Side started. All these dudes, you know, all you know, Crip walking at the, you know, Crip walking at the function, at the funeral. Never learned to swim. Can't catch the rhythm of stroke. Hey, going back into 20, 30 years ago, you still ain't doing nothing now. You ain't got nothing. This ain't that unuseful information. You feel me? This ain't that information. This can't help me do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you about this picture right here. This picture can help you and some of your community that was coming to near you, because these brothers was going to provide resources. They was going to provide information and knowledge to tell you. That brother right there with his hands folded, he said, man, listen, he got a master's degree and all that. That dude is on. He said, man, listen, I'm going to tell you something. He told us this. He said, man, I'm going to tell you something, because I was already pushing, like, man, you know, some of the kids there, some of the games, we got to talk and we got to let them know. And they was like, man, we with that. I said, let's make the game about education. And he was like, man, I'm with that. So I was pushing education so much in the school so much. He brought me down to reality and told me something. He told me, he said, man, I like the way that you push education and go to school and all that, to do this and do that. Woo, woo. He said, there ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, it's a balance, you know. He said, but I would tell a kid now that's in high school and all that, coming up and all that, man, find a trade that you can do. And them same 4 and 8 years that you got to spend in school doing something, you can spend that perfecting a trade. Go to school directly for that and perfect that trade that you want to do. You can go to the university. He said, I would spend as much little time in the university, learn what I need to learn, and go perfect that trade. I was like, man, I ain't never looked. He was like, yeah. I said, see, this is the reason why it's a thing. It's a myth. And that you barely can see it, but it's there. And gang members know what I'm talking about, just like them brothers knew what I was talking about. The people at that table knew exactly what I was talking about. It's I'm in college, you a gang member amongst blacks. You understand what I'm saying? Your death is more valuable than mine. You know? And it's not. I got to hire the college educated kid over the guy who got more hustle, more coming off the experience, and his record is bad, all that type of stuff, but he could do this job just as well as the college kid. So I got to give a job to the college kid. So it become that arrogance, because, you know, just like in the movie School Days, it's the same thing. That image, that thing. And if them dudes can learn to work together, the colleges with the streets, to let them know, wait, listen, we're going to offer you college, but we also want to offer you other advice, such as trades and, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. But hear it from the college. Hear it from the dudes in college, because he said it. He said, man, we got Bloods and Crips that then came to college and had to learn a whole new way of living, because they brought that with them, but they end up changing, man, because guess what? They really the only ones that's like that. Now, they may identify with some other people like that can understand it, whatever, but that's not their thing. At the end of the day, man, I'm getting up, I'm going to class, I'm going to work, I'm trying to get this education and get up out of here, man. And I'm gonna enjoy this college while I'm here. I'm messing with girls. I got good friends. I pledged to a fraternity. You feel me? The fraternities is they not like a gang, but their attitude is the same. Us, them, woo, and that's the attitude. And I'm like, if the fraternity can deal with us like that, man, that'd be lovely. And he seen what I was talking about. He just corrected me on some of the angles of what I had to say. But that's what that meeting was about. Because I told him, I said, man, this ain't never been done before, man. This ain't been done before, homie. And they knew it. They prayed that day. They did all that good stuff. You feel me? Well, you know, we as always do that. So that was going to be really big, man. Those games were going to be really big, man, because they were going to put those games into their platform, their social media, their media entertainment, because they connected. They already connected. You know, they look out for each other. So that was the importance of that meeting right there. That was a beautiful meeting that day right there. That was one of the most powerful meetings that I was ever at in gang intervention since I started. That's one of them. That's in the top 5 right there throughout my whole career. That meeting right there, what was to come. And they was letting me work with the dude. They said, man, we're going to plug you with our guy that do entertainment. Since you do entertainment, you handling the entertainment side and all that other stuff, we're going to hook you with our dude. And I was like, yeah, for sure. That way, you know, we know what to promote, what not to say, you know, how to look at stuff, you know, woo. He was like, yeah, that's perfect. Man, that meeting right there was powerful. And if we could have pulled education in the streets together, it was a lot of people that was about to start eating. It was a lot of people finna start eating in a wide span. Some of the homies out here who ain't getting paid but doing everything. Y'all about to start getting a check for your services of your, because you need to be here. Not only are you doing this for free, not the homies that was helping Wiz, not all, some of majority of them get a check or whatever, but that ain't, they got jobs, good jobs. But to this time, to put this work in with this time, not everybody is getting paid like that, So that was the importance of that meeting, that we was going to open up not just jobs, we were going to open up trade to teach young people how to go out and defend themselves. Coding, get into the coding game, learn how to create apps and all this other stuff. So that was a powerful meeting right there, man. I liked that meeting right there. That was one of the meetings that was real positive right there. One move away, what it do? Hey, Dr. Crip, in the sickness. Who is Professor Damu? And is that his real name? I see you mention him a few times. Hey, one move away. Hey, you like, is that it? Professor Damu? Yeah. Professor Damu, listen, let me explain to you about Professor Damu. Professor Damu is my Tom to Jerry. He gets on my nerves, He irritates me. But I need him. I can't separate myself from him, because we've been together too long, No, one move away. Damu is a terminology for blood. It's a word that the Bloods use. They use that word Damu for another way of calling themselves, they brothers and all that other stuff, sitting in the cell, hey Damu, and even somebody even told me sometimes they use it. Well, I know those dudes in the prison, those those smart dudes with the kufis and all that, the ones, the 28s. I believe that's something that I can't, even though Bloods and Crips are brothers, you feel me? They like Cain and Abel, exactly like Cain and Abel, jealousy, envy, all that type of stuff is what separated them. Pressure from the different areas, so they turn on each other. But one guy told me how, but you have to take it from just him, because Damu mean everything, mean everybody, all of them use Damu. But he told me that sometimes people will use it for a term of respect and dealing with, okay, They in the child hall. You know, first it would be, hey, excuse me, blood. Let me get that. Reaching. Now he feels, you know, disrespected, the Crip guy. He, but Damu, and that had to be those smart people and those real soldiers and all that. The Crip, he there and, hey, Damu, get that for me. Pass me that. That's a term of that's respect. And he told me how that played a part in it too. And so the Crips, all that stuff come from prison. Keyway, the Crips was using Keyway cuz, hey Keyway, you feel me? Instead of cuz, hey cuz, the blood is right there, So hey Keyway, that's a whole different level of respect. So I mean, I believe him, what I'm saying? It ain't, it's not nothing that was mandatory that they had to do, but I'm just saying that also was part of their, what he told me, So he was one of them 28. So, I've never been to prison. I don't know. I can't tell you. Well, I have been to prison. No, I was a political prisoner. Well, I went to prison. I went to prison one time. I was a political prisoner. I was like many other people, on the police's radar. I always have to deal with these police that the ones that be locking homies up because they slip and let this dude get information and people telling on them and all that other type of stuff. But this dude, I mean, he just violated my civil rights all the way around. I didn't even have a police report. For 7 months. Did you just hear what I said? And I had a paid attorney. And he could not get it dropped. Because the judge was part of it. Eric Holder. Yeah, you like, oh, he sent me. Yeah. You had Eric Holder, Torrance. Oh my God. Yeah. He said, hey, yeah. Light skin with the big head. Kind of look like, I forget what actor he looked like. Yeah. He sent you to yeah. He told me, he said, if you come back to my courtroom, I don't care what it's about, whatever, whoop. I'm sending you to prison. I said, Your Honor, may I say something? He said, go ahead. I live in that community. They don't. They work in my community. I live there. I have an address there. That is my liquor store that I go to for my grandmother to get her lotto tickets and cigarettes because she can't drive. So if I go to the store and I run into these guys because they in the parking lot harassing people and I walk out the store, what am I supposed to do? Just stay in the store and just stay in there? He looked, he stared at me, and he said, I don't care what it is, Mr. Thomas. If you come back to my courtroom, I'm sending you to prison. And the same thing happened less than 2 months, these dudes. And boom, and he stood straight on his word. I got all these charges. Police report ain't came. The evidence ain't came. The discovery motion ain't revealed nothing. They ain't got nothing. He just, I was a political prisoner, man. I was a political prisoner, man. What you see on the screen right now is is a letter that was written to Mayor Eric Garcetti in 2020, right before Mayor Karen Bass. I want you to listen to this letter. Hello, Mayor Eric Garcetti. My name is Carnell Thomas. I am a community organizer with the nonprofit organization HEART, which is an acronym for Help Educate At-Risk Teens. I am reaching out to you in regards to the aforementioned organization that I am deeply committed to. As a spokesperson for the organization, my hope is to establish a rapport between yourself, the mayor of Los Angeles, and this grassroots organization, HEART. I helm a yearly event at Jesse Owens Park in South Los Angeles called Humanitarian Day. We distribute clothing, food, toys, and health care to the needy. I do this in conjunction with various other nonprofit organizations, such as NBA All-Star Russell Westbrook's Why Not Foundation, amongst others. In the past, I have worked closely with Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Brown and his American program. I have been committed to transforming my community, which is a high-risk crime neighborhood, for over 20 years now. I've done all of this with little to no notoriety or help from some of the more high-profile nonprofits and community leaders. I'm looking to expand my base and connect with influential politicians, celebrities, and community leaders. This will help me tremendously in transforming the community in which I grew up in. I know you have a hectic schedule, but if you can take the time to meet with me at your earliest convenience, I would greatly appreciate it. I recently participated in Get Out to Vote during the recent election season. This campaign was covered widely by the press. This was a historical event. I have included some links to put you in touch with my community efforts. I've also included an informative PDF brochure that will give you an overview of my involvement in the community and with the nonprofit organization HEART. Best regards, Carnell Thomas, community organizer, HEART. Less than 2 weeks, this happened. Let's see. It should be coming. Boy, that was Professor Damu.
I'm here with Edith and David, and I'm also a college student at the University of Southern California, and I'm just here to listen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Edith Vega, I'm the Southeast Area Representative for the Mayor's Office. I'm here with David as well. I cover the area of south of the 10th Freeway to the 105 and Vermont to Alameda. So happy to be here and looking forward to a collaboration with all of you.
I am David Price. I am the Senior Field Representative for Mayor Eric Garcetti. I cover specifically the Southwest area for the Mayor. which is, I'm Edith's counterpart on the other side of Vermont, south of the 10 freeway, up until about the 105, and then over until about La Cienega. I also served as the youth pastor at First AME Church of Los Angeles, which is right there on Western and Adams. And I grew up here. I went to Bourbon Day High School. I went to Henry Clay Middle School. So I split time from the east side at Florence and Compton, and at my grandma's house on Imperial and Crenshaw. Mm-hmm. So, and then I grew up at Mount Tabor Missionary Baptist Church, which is on 66 and Western. So my time in the city has been all throughout. When Carnell reached out to me, I basically told him, I said, listen, man, my mother was one of those moms who would, excuse my language, but beat the hell out of me if I was in the streets or doing anything. She did a marvelous job allowing me to get a great education. And so I've always found that there to be a gap, as the brother was mentioning, about those who are doctors and lawyers and all the amazing folks who've been able to attain a great education. It's always been a gap between those folks and folks who didn't have that opportunity, right? And so I'm just pleased to be here to bridge that gap and to figure out ways together how we can do that. So,
what this group is about is that it's really trying to make change. At this building right here, when voting was coming around, I did another collaboration. It was the first time that the Bloods and Crips had ever came together and make a political stand about voting. I knew it was time to do that. It had never been done. It took place right here in this building. It was on Channel 7 News. The story. This building is open to pretty much anybody that has the mind of change. Each one of these organizations that you see here, you know, I deal with in almost an everyday fashion of somewhere. My phone never stops ringing. But we want to let the mayor's office know that, you know, I don't hold him accountable for homelessness and everything. Some problems was here before he here. What I will hold you accountable for is, are you truly trying to help? Because that's gonna reflect in the city. You feel me? So he needs to show up at places like this. He needs to show up at Helen Keller Park. He needs to show up on the east side. He needs to show up, you know, on Jesse Owens Park. You know, these organizations, the majority of the organizations you see here, we do yearly and monthly events with no publicity, no nothing. We're not looking for none of that, but we can't keep doing this every day in our life without resources.
When we was coming up in the 80s, was to be negative, was to be ruthless, to be violent, to be disrupt, to rebel. So now what you see now is the youth, they want to mimic us because we wanted to mimic our OG. So now what you see now, we reversing it. And it's taking time because it didn't just happen overnight. It happened over 50 years.
Hey, one move away. That's Professor Damu right there.
We just did so much stuff out of this building. We didn't fed. We didn't gave back for Christmas, and we didn't did turkey giveaways, and just, you know, we put our own tools and fuels and nickels and dimes together.
Edith and I's job is to communicate to the mayor the things that are happening in the community. And likewise, to communicate to the community the things and the programs that the mayor's office is putting together so they can take advantage of it. So the first thing that someone had mentioned was we don't necessarily ask. I think the first thing we have to do is ask. If you don't ask, we don't know. There are millions of people in Los Angeles who are asking. So if you're not asking, we don't hear you. So when we emailed Anna, I was like, oh my goodness. I called Nicole immediately. I was like, you will not believe who just hit me up, and I didn't even know you yet. Because you asked. Because once you ask, then I know you're engaged. It's hard to work with people who aren't engaged. It's hard to keep finding people who say they'll do something, as the brother said, and then end up not doing it. So when the people come to me or Edith and ask, we know you're serious. Nicole?
So, you know, I've lived in the Southwest area for a long time. I now live out in Alhambra, which I don't like, but you know, I said to him, I was like, you know, there were over 40 shots fired in a week. What, and I cuss a lot, y'all, so you just bear with me. I was like, I don't know what the is going on, but there has to be something we can do. Like we work in two important offices. We are Black first, and we care about the communities that we lived in and the communities that we serve through our job. So like, what can we do? And I, you not, like 3 days later, he was like, I just met with Carnell Thomas and blah, 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 blah. We understand how difficult it is, and we understand how the laws of this land have like put their knees on us, their thumbs on us, and all of these things that make us not want to keep it. Our whole community deserves to have this. The news deserves to be in this room and see what we are doing. And so I just want to encourage you guys to know that you have us in this room to help build upon and to bring light to what it is you're doing so that the resources that are needed can flow in.
Now, did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? Did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? That happened because of that letter that was written and sent to the mayor's office about me. And this is what happened to people like that do that stuff for the community. You get shot 6 times by your own homies. But where is that money going to? It ain't going to nobody that was doing stuff that I was doing. People get paid to do the stuff that I just did right there. To set meetings up like that. To run meetings like that. I set that whole meeting up. Now, yes, Professor Don Moon did help me. I got to drag him out the bed. I got to make sure he called people. See, we've been knowing each other for 20-some years. He's a Blood and I'm a Crip, one move away, you know, so and when we met, it's just like being in jail, you know. You click with somebody, you know, that you necessarily not supposed to click with. But, you know, he constantly upsets me. And his go look at the show, The White Man in Watts. Because that was his fault, Professor Don Moon, that sent me through all that. If you go look at the show, White Man and Watts, then you will see what I'm talking about, you know, because I didn't want to do it, you know, and then he started blooding me. Blood, you know, I've been in jail with a whole bunch of Crips. Y'all ain't nothing. All y'all do is try to. He started talking. So now I got to come over here and look you in your face and find out what it is what's on your mind. What is it that you trying to get me to do? Why am I so important in what you got going on? You know, and we end up getting twisted, you know, and I end up turning out the convention center in whatever year that was. I don't know, because I seen the dude, you know, he was from Watts. I'm sorry, hey, it's that dude Quincy. You know him. You know him. Hey, Babyface Loaster, you know Quincy from Watts. He used to work for Maxine Waters. She know what I'm talking about. If you ask Maxine Waters, she know. The white people came and they twisted Watts, you know, and it went through Quincy. He had something to do with it, but he didn't understand that the people was using him. They made him think that he was gonna get paid, and he used people, and they end up twisting everybody at the end. And they made the movie called Gang Tapes. If you never seen that movie, go look at it. It's called Gang Tapes, and the actor in it is, he one of them little, he a Tubi actor. He's in the movie. That's kind of like part of his little rise to fame. And they shot, didn't pay no, they shot a whole movie, didn't pay not one person in the city of Watts, and got away with that whole movie without paying a crumb. Got everything they needed, and got up out of there and sold the movie to Searchlight. I found out after it was done, after I got twisted, and a year later when I was making my documentary, my editor, one of the first editors who I was going to use to edit my documentary, he was talking about that movie, and I was like, man, that movie sound familiar. And I was like, who did that? And once he said two white boys, and he said they name one of their names, and I was like, wait a minute, man, that sound like the movie that I helped put together through the radio. It's just a long story. You got to go see you got to watch the video, The White Man in Watts, White Man Scams Watts, or something like that. But yeah, hey, Babyface Loaster, that's the guy, man, Quincy. And he's just one of the people that grew up in Watts. I don't believe that he is actually from Grape or anything like that, but he's a community activist and all that other type of stuff. So, if that's where you grew up and born and raised, that's what you are, Watts. So, but I had to deal with Kakai. I had to deal with Kakai after that. I had to, because I fired on him and chased him through the convention center. And I just so happened when we got to the parking lot after coming out of the convention center, his car happened to be parked 2 cars over from me. And I tried to take off on him again right then. And he left from the convention center and went all the way to Watts and straight to Kakai. And like, man, he trying to beat me up, man. And Kakai like, huh? Who? What? Like, man, the guy I don't know. All I know is from 9-0, man. He got a tattoo on his face and all this and that. And Kakai trying to put it together. Like, man, I know what 9-0 like that. And what he did was he called me to ask me about and I was like, Kakai, that's me. He was like, oh man, I was like, man, Kakai, that dude. He said, man, I remember that dude doing that. Kakai said, yeah, man. He like, I remember that dude was going through the Watts with them white people, man, making that movie. And they had it seeming like everybody was going to get paid off that movie. And it was a twist from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? So, you can't let these dudes just come and think that they can just do stuff like that, man. Like they can just get away with stuff like that. The only way they can get away with stuff like that is if they have help. The person that's going to help with the sellout that don't know. That's why if it's coming to the hood, the hood need to decide. Can't no one person need to be in charge trying to put something happen. Nah, man. Everybody need to make sure this, and more heads is better than one, and that's how you get stuff done, But that show that broke me down right there, man. When Professor Damu did that One Move Away, that was one of the headache phases right there, of him doing that. That's him again. Just so you know what? That's a trip. You asked that question. He on some of this B-roll stuff. So when he did that, I was so mad at that dude. I'm like, man, listen, homie, you tripping, you know. I hey, that them people got over on the whole city of Watts. But that's why you got to be careful when you got these dudes um acting like they represent your gang. They represent your neighborhood. They represent your, whatever it is that you're trying to do. You know, you have to be more careful, man. You got to be more careful. So, um, yeah, but that meeting with the mayor, it never nothing happened after that because Mayor Garcetti eventually got caught up with the sex. They did the ditty to him, and well, not him saying that his office was doing the ditty. People in his office was doing the ditty, and it kind of scandaled him a little bit. And then President Blondie at the time said, "Man, listen, we're gonna send you to uh, Indonesia to be the ambassador out there," and that's how they end up, you know, uh, getting rid of him, getting his stuff, getting over with. But David, Nicole, Edith, the other young lady, they all valuable still to this day resources, uh, and um, excellent in working with, what people need to do. Yeah, that's my grandfather right there, homie. Yeah, my grandfather got a school named after him, homie. That's what you need to be saying. Yeah, homie. Go. I checked out my family history, homie. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what you need to be saying. Because you don't want to end up here, you know, not knowing nothing, and the next thing you know, it's over with. You feel me? Because the real ones, they leave an impact on what's happening out here. You know what I'm saying? They leave a real impact out here, man, on how they put it down and what they was doing. So just be mindful of what's going on. But I just wanted to get on here for a second, man, and chop it up with y'all and holler about a few things. Let people know we sometimes I miss a day or two because stuff happens. People be calling me and I be trying to put events together. Hopefully, I thought I was supposed to be going to Texas. Hopefully, I am. I don't know exactly when I'm leaving, but I'm gonna be going live from Texas when I do get out there because I got people to holler at. I know some big shots in Texas. I'm going to holler at them, man. Yeah. And they ham out of Dallas, Fort Worth. You feel me? Carrollton, Oak Cliff, South Dallas. That's my stumping grounds, homie. They know me out there. Yeah, they know me out there. You feel me? They know me out there. But yeah, man, this is Dr. Crip, man. I like to thank everybody for coming through, man. Coming to bless showing some love, man. So please like, subscribe, share, let people know where to go get the books from, whereyouFromHomie.com. Where you from, WHERE, exactly how it's spelled. Where you, YOU from, FROM, homie, HOMIE.com. Where you from, homie.com. And you can get this book. I was talking about, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I was going to talk about DJ, but I'll do it tomorrow. But you can go to whereyouFromHomie.com and get it. Or you can go to Amazon. It's available on Amazon. Type in whereyouFromHomie.com. Ebook, It's available ebook, paperback, and hardback. That's the one right there. Hardback, coffee table book, baby. That's what you do. So this is Dr. Crip, man. Babyface Lokester. Go find out about that Quincy dude for me. I heard he passed, man. You know, I heard he passed. I think he might natural causes or something like that. But go check him out. Find out about him, man, because he still got history out here. One move away. Thank you once again. It's all good. This is Dr. Crip, man. Please like, subscribe, and share. We out.